This is the worst car that I've ever driven. Of course not. Anybody who says that is a complete liar. This is actually the best car that I've driven, even compared to the Audi RS5, the Lexus LC500, the Toyota Supra. This is actually one of the best cars that I've driven ever. If you've seen any videos on my channel, you know that I've bought an E39 M5, which I really love driving. But you know what? After driving this one, I probably should have bought this instead. Yes, this one would be a lot more expensive than my M5 that I bought. But even at $70,000+, this used 2021 M3 is still a lot of car for the money. What I really love about this M3, which I'll show you in a second, is when you get inside, it fits you like a glove. It's such an amazing driver's car. There's a lot of cars out there with incredible performance that handle really well, but there's only a few that can create the kind of driver-car connection that cars like this can. As good as this M3 is, let's get one thing out of the way first. I can't imagine when this first came out that anybody looked at this front end and immediately fell in love. This is one of those things where you have to get used to it. Maybe it grows on you, maybe it doesn't. For me, it absolutely hasn't grown on me. But there's such a simple fix for BMW. All BMW has to do is come up with a plastic cap to divide the upper half of the grille from the bottom half of the grille. Problem solved. In Europe, it's much easier to solve it because you have those wide rectangular license plates. Here in the US, with the design of our plates, it looks even worse with the plate up front. Okay, enough about the front end. The good news is the rest of the car looks fantastic, especially the back end. BMW always does a great job with its M cars and the tailpipes. This one is no different. The staggered 18-inch wheels in the front and 19 in the back look great. I love the carbon fiber roof and even the mirrors. Can you tell that I'm a BMW M car fan? This car is not just an M3, it's an M3 Competition, which means you get 503 horsepower, 479 pound-feet of torque, 0 to 60 in a little over 3 seconds. Remember how I was telling you earlier, you get inside and the car just fits? This is true ergonomic perfection. The seat feels great, everything's within reach, great visibility, the touchscreen is angled perfectly. You can reach out and use it without having to lean or anything. This can be the one car for you that's a great daily driver and a weekend track monster. The steering wheel is great, just the right size with great grip, and you have the traditional M-car blue and red stitching everywhere. It goes without saying that the interior quality is great, and you have nice touches of carbon fiber in the dash and the center console. There's not many track cars where you can fit in a water bottle of this size. In this car, they built a cup holder in the door panel specifically to fit exactly this. Amazing. Sadly, the M3 Competition does not come with a manual, only this 8-speed automatic. Apparently the torque in this car was too high to work with the manual transmission, so they just went with this. Not that I'm complaining too much because this car is crazy fast, but they made the gear lever to operate kind of like a manual. Here's what I mean. To go into drive, instead of pulling down, you push it to the side, and to reverse, you actually go all the way to the left and go up. There's an M mode button on here where if you push it, you lose all of your driver's assistance. It turns completely into a track beast. I like how the dash gauges change as well with the M mode button pushed. This car has incredible configurability. You can customize just about every option on this car. And you have 2 M modes that you can save. You go into M menu, you have configure M1 and M2. Then you have all of these things you can change. Engine, Sport, Sport Plus, transmission, chassis, steering, even a brake option, comfort and sport brakes. For transmission, you have so many options, D1, D2, D3, sequential shifting, maximum shifting speed. Sound control, if you want a little additional fake noise or not enough fake noise, it's up to you. And then once you have your settings saved, just push your M1 button and it'll change it. Or if you want your M2 button, it'll change it to that as well. I'm sure if you own the car, you can fine-tune this to exactly your liking. For me though, I just want everything in sport. You can also customize some other things like seat heating, set your temperature to what you want it to be, I'm in Texas, so I need this to be 65 degrees. What can I say? I'm in Texas, I get cold easy. This has got to be the most customizable M3 on the planet. This whole iDrive system is very easy to use, and I love the fact that you don't have to extend your reach. You can really easily do all this. It's not bad back here if you have a normal sized person sitting up front. If they're tall though, it's going to be a very tight squeeze. Even for a smallish trunk lid, there's a button to close your trunk. Hey, if I'm paying $100,000 for a new M3, I better have all this luxury. Of course I can't be bothered to do physical labor. Are you kidding me? The best part about this M3 is, of course, to drive it. This red button has been calling my name for a long time now. Okay, so right now everything is in Sport Plus mode, and I think I made a mistake. I might want to put the chassis into comfort so that the ride is a little bit softer. With these M cars, the ride is pretty unforgiving, especially for normal day-to-day driving. On the track, of course, you'd want to have it in Sport Plus, but normal city streets, comfort might be the better option. Remember how I set the heated seats to 65 degrees? It's 56 out right now, so the seat automatically started heating. I love it. I actually like the fact that you can configure and change all these options like chassis and steering and brake and engine. Because if you own this car, after owning it for a while, you probably have it fine-tuned exactly to different driving conditions. If you just want comfort on a highway trip, you can dial everything down, or if you want to drive in a spirited fashion, you can push things up. Time to find out how fast this thing is. Definitely extremely quick. And BMW always underrates their horsepower numbers, probably way over 500. You lose traction for a split second, but then traction control kicks in, so you're still in the safe hands of BMW. A lot of people complain about this fake noise, but I think it's kind of cool. They made it sound like what the real exhaust sounds like. And it's certainly a lot better than having it be whisper quiet. The great thing about these M cars, especially the M3, is that they have all of this power, all of this performance, but it's so livable. You could easily daily drive this thing and just hit the track whenever you want without having to think twice about it. But most people that buy these cars probably never even drive it. It just sits in their garage as a garage queen. I like that the display automatically brightens up when it gets darker. The handling on this thing is so precise, so direct, but that's absolutely to be expected out of BMW M cars. There's just so much torque in this, it just pulls and pulls. What a fun car to drive. This is definitely the best car that I've driven, so much fun. BMW keeps perfecting their M recipe, and this one is the best M3 yet. Now, if BMW could just fix their front end for me, just send me a plastic cap, I'll put it on myself. I would absolutely love this car. This car is for sale at Covert Cadillac. Go check them out, look up JD. If you're interested in this, you can buy one. I'll post the link. And thanks to these guys for continuing to lend me these cars so I can do videos on them. They get so many of these cool trade-ins, so look out for more videos on some amazing cars.